Hi there guys, welcome back to RonsTechHub, and in this video we're going to be looking at Google Drive and some of the features that most people will probably find useful. So this is my Chrome web browser and I've already logged into my Google account. This is something you will need to do before using Google Drive yourselves. Please do keep in mind that Google Drive will need a constant active internet connection, as this is how we'll utilize most of the cloud features on Google Drive. So let's get started. I'm logged into my Google account, and that's indicated by the icon here on the top right hand corner. To get to Google Drive, I'll click on the 9 dots just left of that icon, and from here I can see a full list of all the Google apps that I have access to on my account. Some people might have more, some people might have less. I do believe that people with business accounts will have quite a few more. To get to my Google Drive account, I simply click on Drive here. This is going to load into my account. This is actually the account I use for YouTube, so you might see a few files here already. Now, this is the general overlay of Google Drive. Here, we can see folders, and the folder I have here is called E01 Windows 10 Tutorials, and inside that folder I have other folders. Now, it also manages files very well, so this is a video file. I think that's a text file. This is also a text file, so on and so forth. So you can upload any file you want to Google Drive, and it can be used as a cloud storage option. Now this is again really good because Google gives you by default 15 gigabytes of storage. You can buy more storage, so let's click on there and see the options that we have. So for £1.59 a month, you can get up to 100 gigabytes of storage. I don't think most home users will need this. However, if you're someone who stores a lot of stuff online, this is a really good price. If not, let's stick to the free 15 gigabytes that Google gives us, and let's get started on some of the features that they offer. Okay, so the first couple of things we're going to look at is actually how to upload a folder to Google Drive and how to upload an individual file to Google Drive. Similar to how Windows 10 works and most other operating systems, to get into a folder, you have to double click on that folder. So let's do that first to go into this one. When you're in a folder, as you can see, it says there's nothing in there and I can drop files in here to upload it. There are a couple ways that we can upload files and folders to Google Drive. I'm going to try and show both ways in as detailed a process as I can. So the first way is to go to this new button that's on the top left hand corner of your screen. Click on that, and where it says folder, you upload a folder essentially. So file upload and folder upload. Let's do file first. Let's go to my desktop. It's already there. Perfect. And I'm gonna say, okay, let's use my YouTube intro video. I click on that and I simply click on open, and as you can see here in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, it shows the process of the file being uploaded. And when you have that green tick, that means the file is now uploaded. The other way to do this, let's snap my screen to the right. So I'm going to click, hold, and drag this all the way to the right until I see that window pop up, and I can let go. I'm going to press escape so I don't have a window snap to the left. And let's choose another file to upload. All right, this one's a good one. That's a very small file, youtube.txt. So do you remember before it said that we can drag and drop files in here? So we're going to do just that. I'm going to click and hold on this youtube.txt file, this text file here. I'm going to drag it all the way over to an empty white space in this folder until it says drop files to upload them instantly. When I see that pop up, I'm going to let go of my mouse, and that's going to start uploading that file. Now, if I make this full screen again, we can see that that file has now been uploaded. So those are the two main ways of uploading files to Google Drive. Okay, so now that we've looked at file uploads, we're going to be looking at folder uploads. And it's more or less the same. Instead, when we go to new, we do folder upload instead of file upload. And let's go back to my desktop and let's just put a random folder on there. This one will do fine. I choose my folder and everything inside that folder gets uploaded as well. I'm going to click upload, upload here again. And again, in the bottom right hand corner, you're going to have this tiny pop-up that shows you the progress of the upload. I won't sit here and wait for this to finish. I will get back when it has finished uploading. Okay, so as we can see, that folder has now been uploaded, and this is indicated by that green tick in the bottom right hand corner of that pop-up. Another way to upload a folder, I'm going to snap this window to the right. I'm going to move this all the way over until that snaps. I'm going to press escape when this pops up because I don't want anything else to be snapped to the left of my window here. I'm going to choose a different folder this time. Let's just say I choose logo. So to upload logo, I do like I did before with the file. I click and drag this folder all the way over to here onto an empty white space. And when the drop files to upload them instantly thing pops up, I let go, and then that will start uploading the files. Now let's enlarge this app again to see the progress. This one's going to move quite quickly. So quick recap, we've uploaded 2 files. This is a text file and a video file, and I've uploaded 2 folders. This folder has video files and video elements from one of my other series here on YouTube, and this is just an image folder of all the logos I've created so far for my channel, right? And as we can see, that folder has now been uploaded, and again this is indicated by that green tick in the bottom right hand corner of the screen there. Now that we've uploaded files and folders, I think it's important to know how to create our own files and create our own folders. So let's get started on that. To create a folder, click on the new button here, and from the drop down list, just select folder. This window is going to pop up, and this is where you need to type the name of your folder. You can leave it as untitled folder, but it makes sense to just give it a sensible name. So let's say, call this one test folder. Press enter or click create, and that will actually create your folder here. I'm going to double click and go into that folder and now start creating some files. So to start creating files, I'm going to click on the new button again, and from the drop down list, a Google Doc is essentially a Word document, a Google Sheets is essentially an Excel spreadsheet, and a Google Slide is a PowerPoint slide. These are probably the 3 most used programs in Office and on Google Drive. So let's click on a Google Doc and see what that looks like. Now on here, it looks a bit different from Microsoft Word, but most of the same functionality is baked in. I can type stuff. I can also put headings in, so I can say heading 1 here. And then if I click on normal text here where it says styles, and I choose heading 1, that becomes heading 1. Same thing for heading 2. Click on here, heading 2. So it works in a very similar way to Microsoft Word would, and this is a very powerful tool. I actually used this when I was at university to do both my dissertations, and it was fully equipped to do everything I needed to do. I could get references in, images, text from other websites, links, everything just worked perfectly fine. Now, let's say you've done an entire document and you need to, I don't know, download it or send it to someone else because they don't have Google Doc, for example. The way you would go about doing this, you click on File, you click on Download. Now, from this drop-down list, you can choose a multitude of formats. The most common one is probably going to be a Word document if you want them to be able to edit it, and a PDF document if you don't want them to be able to edit it. Now, EPUB is a new thing that Google started doing. So you could actually write a full book on here and then export it as an EPUB. And I think that's the format that Amazon accepts if you're submitting a book. This again could be quite useful for people working from home, as you could create a document and you could share it with multiple people, and they will also be able to edit that document alongside yourself. So to share a document, you simply click on the share button here and type the name. Well, this is going to just choose the name of the document. This is where you would type the name of the actual person you want to share it with. So you put their email address in here, and this will send them a link, and from that link they can then start editing the same document as you are. Now, those are the basics of Google Docs. There's not much more I think I need to show people. If you go through the menus here at the top, they're similar to what you would find in Microsoft Word. However, one thing you might want to do is download or email as an attachment. Now for downloads, when you go there, most people will have Microsoft Word. So as a result of that, choose the Microsoft Word option from here, the docx file format. I like to send emails as PDFs. So for me, I normally choose PDF and Word. You can go ahead and choose whichever format you want from here. Now EPUB, that's something that's been added recently, is really good. So this way, people can actually write books or articles on here and publish it properly by using an EPUB. Email as an attachment is just as its name says. You can send this file as an attachment to someone else. They can download that file and then open it. Now the next thing we might want to create are an Excel file or a Google Sheets and then a Google Slides. But let's go to Sheets first. Let's click on that. And one thing I didn't show you in the last section of this video is as soon as you create a file on Google on Google Drive, you have the option to name the file straight away. This is the default name, so the name that Google gives the file when you create it is untitled spreadsheet or untitled doc. I'm gonna just call mine test sheet. That should be good enough. So we can get started now. So let's just say this is our normal Excel looking spreadsheet. Everything is the same in essence. So all the formulas and formats that you have in Excel, if you upload or do those same things on Google Sheets here, it will translate perfectly fine. So let's just have a quick look at that. So let's just say name of item, price of item. Let's move that from there. Name, price, and let's just do total over here, for example, right? So item A, B, C, and D. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Not very creative here, but this is just a quick test. So to get the total, normally we would go to insert function, and then we would do sum, for example. But because I remember this formula, so I can do equal sum, open brackets, and then I can highlight all the things I want to add together. Once I do that, I can either press close bracket or just press enter, and it gives me the answer there. So this will all work in Microsoft Excel. So if I download this as an Excel spreadsheet now, all the formulas will work fine. Same thing can be said for simple stuff. So equal 10 times 2, for example, gives us 20 there. This is just a quick run through to show you that everything will be the same. And when downloading again, we go to File, we choose Download, and we choose Microsoft Excel. You can email as an attachment as well, which is probably what most people will do. This is how these files are normally shared. So one of the main things that people use a spreadsheet for is to work with numbers and to create and show graphs. So the way you would do this in Google Sheets is similar to Microsoft Excel. You highlight the data you want, you go to Insert, and you choose Chart. Now the way Google does it is they give you one by default for what they think this should be. Now don't worry about this, you can always go and change it, and you change it from this drop down here that says chart type. Click on that, and I think the most suitable for this is probably going to be, let's say, a bar chart, price versus name, and that's fine. And you can go in and edit all these things. Price versus name chart, for example. You can change this one to let's say price in pounds, name name of games, for example, and we press enter, and you have those options baked in. And now it is as simple as that. And the good thing about this is it's completely free. Keep that in mind, guys. Microsoft Office does cost. I might do a video later on to show people how to get it really cheaply. So not the 80 or 90 pounds that you'll see it online for or in curries, but maybe 10 pounds or less. Now, last but not least, what we have is Google Slides, which is Google's version of Microsoft PowerPoint. Let's create one of those. And when I go in, as you can see, the same general layout. We have the bar at the top. We can download stuff, we can change views, we can insert things. we have over here, when you open for the first time, when you create any PowerPoint for the first time, you get to choose themes. Choose a basic one, close the theme chooser there, and just say test. Done. To insert a new, let's say, slide in PowerPoint, you normally go to insert and then you select slide. The shortcuts from there will work here. So on my keyboard, I'm going to press Control and hold it down, and I'm going to also press M for mother, and that will create a new slide as well. So again, self-explanatory. Just wanted to show you guys what this looks like, the general layout, how it works. I might dive into this in later videos, so please stay tuned. When downloading, it's just like the other two. You go to File here, and you go to Download, and you select Microsoft PowerPoint. Again, there are other options, so you can go ahead and choose whichever option you want, but I think the most popular ones are probably going to be Microsoft PowerPoint here and PDF. And again, you can email this to a person as an attachment, so they can then download it and continue editing in whatever PowerPoint software they have. The last thing I want to show you guys is what these files look like when they've been downloaded. So let's download the Excel file. I go to File for that one, select Download, and choose Microsoft Excel. Now I'm going to go to my Downloads folder now and open this. As we can see, this is my Downloads folder here. I double click on that to open it. Whenever you download a file, you normally have to enable editing or enable content in Microsoft programs. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to click on that 100 there, so that we can see that that formula that we typed in originally is still there, and it's exactly the same thing. The formula that we use for this one as well is the same. And when I click on this table here, this chart here, it gives me the range of values that was used to create the chart. Let me go back to this, and let me do the same thing for the Word document. File, Download. I'm going to choose Word document. That goes to my Downloads folder there. It's going to be that weird name there, and again, you have to enable editing on this one. And when I enable editing, I get all my normal options. So if you email that file to someone, they should be able to edit everything in Microsoft Word. There shouldn't be an issue. Let me go back again, and let's look at the PowerPoint. Let's give this a name. Yeah, test. That's fine. So I go to then File, Download, and I'll choose Microsoft PowerPoint. And this way, when I go back to my Downloads folder, I have test there, and again enable editing, and then I can just continue working on this PowerPoint from here, no issues whatsoever. Okay, so this concludes our Google Drive introduction. Let's say I will be doing more videos on this later on. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe.